Morning, alchemist. Coming through to bring a channeled message. And gosh, I feel like Pisces season, and I threaded about this, has been the season of divine downloads. A lot of specific messages have come through, and I hope you guys have been enjoying them. Setting the intention here of just clearing the energy on my side and yours, and just smudging here a little bit. This is a new peacock feather that I got. It's beautiful. It's good for smudging as well. And you guys know I work with the energies of Oshun, and one of her archetypes is the peacock. So let's get it. What is the message that is coming through today with these cards? So basically with this card here, the winged boar popped out of this deck, and I think you guys know that this is like one of my favorite decks. I think it's called the Prisma Tarot. I've had it for a long time. I think since the beginning of me doing readings 7 years ago. But I love the winged boar because it tells us that anything is possible and everything is possible. Even pigs can fly, right? And it's all based on our beliefs, our intentions, and what is meant for our lives, right? So with the winged boar, there's a message here about the impossible becoming possible. We have the unexpected here in the Ace of Wands, effort and manifestation. And to me, the unexpected is very much that energy that is with this new moon in Pisces aspecting Uranus. I believe Venus, Mars, and Uranus are in conjunction, if I'm not mistaken. But what this means is that, things can happen unexpectedly, not only in our relationships and our work and our business and the things that we put out there, but also, divinely orchestrated, divine intervention kind of situations. And with the winged boar and the unexpected, it's definitely giving, you may not be expecting it, but, trust in trust that the impossible is possible is a recurring message that I've been getting. The unexpected card is also 43, and 4 plus 3 is 7. So again, divine, the number of divinity, of also relating, right? The 7th house. In this picture of the unexpected, you see that she's leaning on someone else. There's 2 women. I don't know if they're women. Looks like women because they're wearing dresses, and one is leaning on the other. So this could be you and your higher self. You can perceive it that way, especially with the Ace of Wands there. Or this can be you and your sister, you or your sisters, you and your tribe, you and the people that you're meant to be collaborating with. Or even like for some specific teachers that may be here to bring us a certain lesson, a certain insight that we wouldn't have otherwise gotten. With the Ace of Wands, what this is telling me is that going after what we are inspired to do and leading with that energy of intention, leading with that energy of inspiration, leads to the unexpected, leads to the impossible becoming possible, leads to outcomes that are unimaginable to us, that we don't even see how they can be, but they come into form because we've set that intention. This Ace of Wands obviously kind of looks like a phallic symbol, which also implies like, fertility, fertile times, not only I don't mean like physically fertile, although for some that may apply. This is fertile in the sense of what are you intending? What do you want for your life? What are you trying to manifest here with this manifestation card? And what I really love about this is, yes, we have a new moon at the end of the week in Pisces. For those interested, I will be hosting a Reiki circle and have an added candle offering. If you're interested, you can look at my last reel for that or check my website for the Reiki circle. But so yeah, there is this heightened sense of the ability to manifest, the ability to intend in a new moon in Pisces. And Pisces, more than any other sign, is that energy that, like I've been explaining, like I've been emphasizing, reinforcing, that it is the void. Although we don't see what's happening, if we are intending in the energy, if we are acting with our intentions and with our goals in mind, that then we see those goals take form in the future, right? Especially with this card of manifestation here. I love that this deck has this color, this card in pink. It reminds me of the higher heart, right? And when we do things from the heart, when we pour our love and our hearts into the things that we do, like people can feel that, people resonate with that, and it reaches who it's meant to reach. And sometimes unexpectedly, could be big amounts of people, and this can happen so easily in like the online communities, right? With the number 8, again, I'm reminded, and we will continue to reiterate this year, that this is an 8 year. And so an 8 year is karmic rewards, is karmic completion, is karma, right? And for someone we've been seeing in the collective, it means, things coming up that you thought you weren't going to have to pay for, or wrongs that you may have done. That is also karma, and that's usually the common interpretation of karma, is that people will get what they deserve. But there's also people who have been doing good in the world, and people who have been pouring their love into their work, and who maybe haven't seen the results. And in this energy, it will, okay? Especially if you continue to believe in it and you continue to do things from the heart. And I always try to, in everything that I create, infuse it with love. Like, aside from my intention that it help people, I also like intentionally, before I post, infuse it with love, that it may reach people and impact their hearts in a ways that is beneficial to them and for their highest good, right? So this is important, to always do things with this intention. Okay. Again, a very karmic year for results, especially if you've been doing the work. And what I love about this energy here is that it's telling you it's not just about intending. It's not just about believing. Manifesting isn't just about that. It's also about the effort you do, the effort you make to reach certain goals, the steps you take. It's not enough to say, I want this. We also have to make room for those things that we want. We also have to make room for belief in those things that we want. 95% of the time, it is the fact that we don't believe that things can happen, that we self-sabotage those things in our projects and the things that we love. And with the number 13 here, it's the death and rebirth energy, the death energy in the tarot, of transformation, of things shifting, taking different forms. For some, it may be all of a sudden. For others, it may be unexpectedly, or it may feel like, oh, this is impossible, this will never happen. But that's not true. It can happen. And that's the message here, that belief is a big part of it. And I know that not everybody believes this. Not everybody believes that affirming and intending really does anything. But even from a psychological perspective, it does impress on the subconscious mind when you repeat things to yourself. So whether they're negative or positive, they're impressing on your subconscious mind. And this affects the way you go after things, or the way that you believe that things can happen, right? And that does shift the energy, right? Again, it does take effort. It does take other steps, but first is belief, because if you don't believe, it doesn't matter what you do, you're going to be self-sabotaging yourself in the background, energetically, right? So another message I got with these is we could be getting messages through animal syncs, quite literally animals appearing in our 3D reality. For some, it could be eagles, and this is always for me, the ancestor spirit, the reminder to look at things from a higher perspective. For others, it could be sign of fish regarding finances, or Pisces energy. For others, it could be wolf, totems, listen to your intuition. For others, a rooster reminds us to wake up, right? A lot of people will be waking up to certain things that they didn't see before. With the sloth, I also feel like it's about taking our time and trusting in the timing of things. And with the rabbit, again, there's that energy of fertility. And also that energy of like the sacral chakra and those sexual sacral energies, right? Especially with the Ace of Wands here. A lot of people, especially women, need to do womb work or energy work around the sacral chakra, because that might be what's preventing them from manifesting. There's some distortion there, or some trauma there that they need to release. And for me, the new moons, especially the days leading up to the new moon, are for me the most purgy. It's when we sit in the dark, right? But the moon is actually sitting in the dark, and we're facing the shadow aspect of things. And I say that as well because the 10 of Swords is on the bottom of the deck, and the 10 of Swords is about a karmic completion. It is about a completion of a cycle, of feeling defeated, or feeling worn down, or like our thoughts getting the best of us, or life getting the best of us. And but it is a number of completion, meaning it's not about to end. It has ended. The worst is behind us. That's how I view the 10 of Swords. Okay, again, be discerning in the things that you watch, the things that you listen to, the things that you invest your time and energy into. even the things running in the background, like I said, regarding the subconscious mind. Pay attention to those things, what's coming up, what's clouding your vision is what I'm getting from this card, so that you can open up to the possibilities that are here and the transformation that is here and the manifestation that is here. I do have a little message here about love as well. We have love, Aphrodite energy here. This is a spell card. I've been using these for the new moon and Pisces readings, along with all these cards that you see laid out here. And it says, Aphrodite, I call to thee to bring a true love here to me. And what I'm first getting is, you know, true love as in our connection to spirit. That's Pisces. Pisces is the energy of unconditional love, but that we have from spirit, that we get from spirit, that we are in essence, right? And so this is a reminder that, number one, love starts within, and then it reflects outwardly, and it approaches us and it meets us where we love ourselves. So that's an important message there. For others, this is about, you know, setting your pride aside when it comes to love situations, you know, admitting when you're wrong, admitting when, you know, holding yourself accountable, and also holding other people accountable, right? For not how you feel, but for their actions, right? I always like in conversation, in connection, if there's ever an issue or something that comes up, that you approach it without blame or guilt. Remembering that you're both on the same side and that you want the same thing, which is to find the solution to move forward, if that is possible, depending on what happened exactly, right? So either way, forgiveness is needed, so that you can achieve the sense of inner peace, right? And this one has the goddess Bridget. So we have the goddess Bridget here and the goddess Aphrodite showing up. It says, Bridget, goddess, in your sacred name, alight me with peace's flame. Okay, and success underneath that as well. Again, be careful. I've been seeing a lot of 444s, a lot of energy of needing to balance, needing to ground, going outside. This is also a recurring message. Remembering that our environments, you know, it affects our energy, and equally we can affect the energy of our environment, right? That we're not disempowered by the people or the places around us ever, that we can be the shifts, right? And lastly, bottom of the Threads of Fate deck, we have this paradox card, and it's one of my favorite cards from that deck, because life is a paradox. We are seemingly, you know, life or the universe is composed of seemingly opposite energies on purpose, right? If we are going through bits of sadness, then we know that there is happiness on the other side of the spectrum. Or sometimes a paradox is within, that we can be both happy and sad at the same time, or we can be both inspired and tired at the same time, and understanding that we are these divine paradoxes, and that self-acceptance is such an important part of it. It's not judging a side of you as bad or good, but just accepting yourself and the situations as they are, because a lot of times we are paradoxical. I think that's the human experience, right? And we're always evolving, always shifting, and that's a beautiful thing about life, that when you're aware, and then when you're making this effort to be the alchemist in your life, or be that shift in your life, that, you know, paradoxes exist within us, and we don't need to judge that or try to change that. This is the human experience, right? For there to be paradoxes within us and outside of us, right? And sometimes the paradox is that the physical reality and the spiritual reality or the emotional reality are at odds, and that's what's asking for balance, right? To meet yourself halfway, and to understand that while your physical reality is one aspect, there's also the energy of the spiritual that is constantly shifting, and that allows you to shift your physical reality. And again, to remember that anything is possible, and that in this energy where Uranus is in play, that expect the unexpected, but also to believe in what your efforts and what you're intending for, right? Because the energy here is malleable and easily shiftable. So love you guys. I hope that these messages resonated. If they did, please like, comment, share. Love you guys.